Have you ever stopped to question the effectiveness of our current education system? It's a question that stirs both thought and debate. We live in a world where technology is advancing at an unprecedented pace, yet our education system seems to be stuck in the past. Picture this, a classroom full of students, all unique in their own ways, yet being taught the same material in the same manner. This one-size-fits-all approach doesn't cater to the diversity of learning styles and individual interests. It's like trying to fit square pegs into round holes. Moreover, we live in the digital age, where information is just a click away. Yet, our classrooms are often lagging, still heavily reliant on traditional methods of teaching. Technology, which could be a game changer in education, is often sidelined. So, what's the solution? Well, it's not about completely overthrowing the current system, but about questioning it, reshaping it, and making it more effective for the learners of today and tomorrow. It's time to challenge the status quo and explore fresh, innovative approaches to education. To understand the future, we first need to peek into the past. Let's take a stroll down memory lane, back to the good old days of traditional education. Picture yourself in a classic classroom, rows of desks filled with eager students, all eyes turned towards the front where the teacher delivers a lecture. This was the norm, the one-size-fits-all approach, where knowledge was passed down from the teacher to the students, like a relay race of wisdom. Now imagine the countless nights spent memorizing facts and figures for tests. This practice, known as rote memorization, was once hailed as the golden standard of learning. In fact, it was seen as the key to unlocking a student's potential. The mantra was simple: memorize, regurgitate, and repeat. The idea was that by remembering facts, students could develop a foundation of knowledge that they could build upon. And then, of course, there were the standardized tests. The nerve-wracking, pencil-breaking, bubble-filling experience of standardized testing. These tests were designed to measure a student's understanding of a particular subject or skill. They were seen as an equalizer, a common yardstick to measure every student's academic prowess. But with this came a hefty price. Creativity and critical thinking often took a back seat, as the focus shifted towards scoring high marks. These traditional methods of education were not without their merits. They provided a structured approach to learning and ensured a basic level of education for all. However, they also painted everyone with the same brush, often neglecting the individual learning styles and unique talents of students. This system prioritized memorization over comprehension and conformity over creativity. Yet these methods have been the pillars of our educational system, standing the test of time, shaping minds, and creating the leaders of tomorrow. They have served us well for centuries, guiding us through the labyrinth of knowledge. It's like an old friend who has been with us every step of the way. But as we stand at the precipice of a new era, we can't help but ask, these methods have served us well for centuries, but is there a better way? Enter artificial intelligence, the game changer in the world of education. We've all heard of artificial intelligence, right? It's making waves in various sectors, and the world of education is no different. It's like we've boarded a time machine and been whisked off into the future where AI has revolutionized the way we learn. Imagine a world where learning isn't a one-size-fits-all approach. It's personalized, tailored to fit each learner's style and pace. That's exactly what AI brings to the table. It's like a digital tutor that understands your strengths, weaknesses, and learning style. It can adapt study materials to suit your needs, making learning more effective and enjoyable. It's like having a personal mentor available 24/7, ready to guide you through your educational journey. But that's not all. AI can also improve efficiency. It can streamline administrative tasks, freeing up more time for educators to focus on what they do best, teaching. AI can automate grading, track student progress, and even predict future performance. It's like having an assistant that never sleeps, tirelessly working behind the scenes to make the educational process smoother and more efficient. Now let's talk about access. Education is a fundamental right, but unfortunately, it's not accessible to everyone. Distance, financial constraints, and other barriers often stand in the way. But with AI, we can break down these barriers. AI can deliver quality education to remote areas, offer courses in multiple languages, and even provide free online resources. It's like opening a door to a world of limitless learning opportunities. But here's the thing. AI is not a threat to educators. Far from it. AI is not here to replace teachers, but to empower them. It's a tool that can enhance the teaching process, making it more engaging and interactive. It can help teachers reach more students, track their progress, and personalize their learning experience. So, in conclusion, AI is not here to replace teachers, but to empower them and enhance the learning experience. It's a brave new world of education, and we're just getting started. Welcome to the future. It's time to put traditional and AI-driven education methods head-to-head. Let's start with personalization. Traditional education, while it has its merits, often operates on a one-size-fits-all model. Little Johnny and little Jenny may have different learning styles and paces, but they're often expected to learn the same material in the same way at the same speed. But here's where AI education shines. AI can adapt to individual learning styles, adjust the pace as needed, and even offer personalized feedback. It's like having a private tutor for each student, but without the hefty price tag. Now let's talk scalability. In the traditional classroom, the student-to-teacher ratio can be a limiting factor. There's only so much one teacher can do, and if the class size balloons, well, someone's bound to fall through the cracks. Enter AI. With AI, scalability is a non-issue. Whether it's one student or 1,000, AI can handle it. For instance, an AI language learning app can simultaneously teach thousands of students across the globe, each at their own pace and level. Next up is efficiency. Traditional education can sometimes feel like a slow, uphill climb. Curriculum planning, grading, parent-teacher meetings, it's a time sink for teachers. That's time that could be better spent on teaching and mentoring. AI, on the other hand, can automate many of these tasks, freeing up teachers to do what they do best. It's like having a super efficient administrative assistant at your beck and call. Lastly, let's consider accessibility. With traditional education, geographical constraints can be a barrier. If you're in a remote village in Africa or a small town in the Midwest, access to quality education can be hit or miss. But with AI, the world is your classroom. As long as you have an internet connection, you can learn from the best in the world. You could be learning quantum physics from a professor at MIT or Mandarin from a native speaker in Beijing. However, it's not all rainbows and unicorns with AI. There are challenges to consider, such as data privacy concerns, the digital divide, and the potential for AI to perpetuate existing biases. Not to mention, AI can't replace the human touch that's so integral to learning. So, where does that leave us? Well, it's not about choosing one over the other, it's about finding the right balance, the sweet spot, if you will. AI can complement and enhance traditional education, not replace it. Clearly, AI has the potential to revolutionize education, but it's not without its challenges. The future of education is not a matter of if, but when. As we peer into the horizon of what lies ahead, it's apparent that artificial intelligence is poised to play a significant role in shaping the future of education. The possibilities are as vast as they are exciting. Imagine a world where learning is personalized and tailored to each student's unique strengths, weaknesses, interests, and pace. A world where educators are empowered by data-driven insights and students are engaged like never before. Yet, as with any major transformation, there will be hurdles to overcome. The potential challenges of integrating AI into education are manifold. There are concerns about data privacy and security, the digital divide, and the risk of over-reliance on technology. And let's not forget the pressing need for training educators to effectively use and navigate these new tools. However, these challenges are not insurmountable. With thoughtful planning, stringent security measures, and a commitment to equitable access, we can ensure that the benefits of AI in education are felt by all. Furthermore, by providing comprehensive training and support for educators, we can equip them to harness the power of AI while still preserving the irreplaceable human touch in teaching. It's important too to remember that AI is not a replacement for traditional teaching methods, but a tool to enhance them. The goal is not to replace educators, but to empower them. It's about combining the best of both worlds, the personal touch of a teacher with the precision of artificial intelligence. The road ahead is filled with promise, but also with responsibility. It's up to us, educators, policymakers, technologists, and society at large, to steer the course of this revolution wisely. We must ensure that as we integrate AI into our classrooms, we do so in a way that respects the dignity of every learner and upholds the values that we hold dear. As we stand on the brink of an educational revolution, it's clear that AI has a pivotal role to play. The question is, are we ready for it?